I'm back again with another episode of the Beast System. This time the Beast is risen. Just as Christ has been risen, now the Beast System has risen as well. And such a fitting day to talk about this, because the simple fact is, people say, if you've been listening to my podcast, then you know that different ways the beast has risen, and how its power has been gaining. And now I'm going to talk more about how this beast is getting its power. Mainly it's getting its power from us, the people, for we are the power. People have more power than what they understand, and a lot of people don't even understand that they're kneeling, worshiping, and bowing to this beast system every day. And every day that we bow, and every day that we worship, and every day that we kneel to this system, it is just like God. The more people kneel, bow, and worship God, the more power God has for the nation. But the more that people bow to the beast system and worshiping it, it gets its power. And right now, there's millions and millions and millions of people around this world bowing to the beast, worshiping the beast, and kneeling to this beast every day. Every day that we choose money over what we know is going on within our countries, within our nations, and we think that it's just going to solve itself. It is not going to solve itself, because the simple fact is, we show ourselves, spiritually, we are all bowing to this beast while we go to work, and people say, well, I have to support my family. Well, see, there's the beast system again. See, the beast system makes you think you have to have certain things to survive, but in the same sense, God will provide. God has said He will provide. He is the provider. Now, if you're not a child of God, then obviously He's not going to be able to provide for you, because you're not a child. He still will provide for you. He provided for sinners even when Jesus came, but at the same time, His provisions are for those who believe in Him. Those that don't believe in Him or don't want Him in their life, they would fail without the beast system. And that's why a person is truly following God, because they don't take what the beast is giving. The beast is giving you convenience. The beast is giving us comfort. The beast is giving us money. The beast is giving us power. The beast is giving us, all these things that man wants. It's giving it. But at the same time, as it's giving it, we are giving it something, which is power, and more power, and more power, and more power. And every time, just like down in Georgia right now, how they are causing that state to lose money. See, that's how the beast works. See, he wants to pull the money from you, because when he pulls the money, then you bow. And that's just the way it is, just even in our work day. If we start talking about Christ at our work, or we start bringing our Bibles and we start reading them, guess what? The beast sees that and he says, you're fired. So then we don't do it. So then there again, we bow again to the beast. We keep bowing and bowing. We keep saying, oh, we're true worshipers. But how do you truly worship when every time you're worshiping the beast? Every time you're bowing to the beast? Every time you're kneeling to the beast? And every time you do this, His power just grows and grows and grows. And now we're to the point now where the beast is so big. The problem, the machine whatever you want to call it, is so big that now it is out of control. The beast has risen. It is here. His chaos, his destruction, everything is here. And that's why, now if you want to continue bowing, that is up to you. But at the same time, I'm telling you, every time that you think you're not bowing, you are, because you're choosing his system over God's system. God says he will provide. See, you have to understand, what do you want? Do you want the conveniences? Do you want this what you would call blessed life without obeying God? Because obedience is greater than sacrifice. But at the same time, we have to understand that every time that we're sacrificing, we're giving to this beast, because we're sacrificing what God wants us to do over what the beast is making us do. And the beast is just going to continue to grow and grow and grow, because this is the end times. He knows he only has a short amount of time, and he wants as many souls as he possibly can get. And the thing is, he's getting them. Every day people are dying in this beast system. Everybody is being caught up in this beast system. See, there's a what I would call a beast rapture and a Christian rapture. And the beast rapture is going on right now. Now, very, very soon we will see a Christian rapture. But right now, the beast rapture, he is here. He is attacking everybody's minds. He's attacking people physically. He's attacking your faith. He's attacking your whole entire life. He's attacking your children. He's attacking your family, your friends. And he's causing much distress. And that's why it says, even in Revelations, there will be much distress. The nations will be perplexed. And they are. Because they don't even understand this. Like, they think, like, when you hear global system, or this is our national system of way, or whatever, they call it different things, but it's all the beast system. But they're perplexed. They don't understand it. Because, see, these people, like I told you, if you've been listening to my other podcasts, they're like the Pharisees and the Sadducees. And like that, the Sadducees believed many things, but they didn't believe in miracles. They didn't believe in, they didn't believe that there was a heaven or hell, really. They didn't believe all this, what some people would call fantasy today. But it's not a fantasy. It's real. But they don't understand that. They don't understand that the system they created is bigger than they are. So big that at the same time, it's so big now and so out of hand that they don't even know how it's still working. Like, they're still, like, people are trying to figure out why all this globalness is working, because they don't even really understand it themselves. But the reason it's working is because it's called, the ruler here, the beast, the devil himself, Satan, is running everything. And he's just like God. The only difference in him and God is he is a false idol. He is false worship. He is the false prince of lies. He's the false Christ. He's the false everything. But he knows God enough that he can make his system work just like God's system, except God works off of faith, while God works off of a real faith, while the devil works off of a false faith. We have faith in money. We have faith in what we stand for. But see, those things right there those things are false. They're false. The money is false. It gives a false sense of power, a false sense of everything. So, I mean, one is based off of a false, one is based off of truth. And you have to figure out how to navigate that. Because the simple fact is, Jesus knew this is why Jesus came, because Jesus knew there was going to be a day like it is today where we would not have any option but to bow. But we have a Redeemer. We have somebody that can speak for us. He can be the a scapegoat. He's the only way to escape being slaughtered by this machine, this beast that's coming out, that is risen. And it's here on the scene. And those that are inside the beast, they are waging war right now with us, which we are the saints. And that's why I say everybody's looking for it, but it's right here. Everybody says it's coming, it's coming. It's not coming. It is here. It is dawned. It is past tense. It isn't rising. It has risen. And it's only going to get stronger, and it's only going to get worse because more people and more people are being made every day, and more people are bowing every day. You know, he has got us in a chokehold, and we have to get out. And the only way to get out is start worshiping in truth and in light. And the only way you can do that is start kneeling, get on your knees, start bowing down to God, and start worshiping God. You cannot continue worshiping this beast system, because this beast system is going to destroy you. It's going to kill you. It's killing people every day. I mean, every day you hear people coming out saying they have mental problems, they have anxiety, they have all this stuff. The Bible has the answer for all these things that people have. And see, those that are controlled by the beast, see, they're controlled, they're possessed. They are possessed by a spirit, an antichrist spirit, that is telling you, oh, just go to the, just go and see a doctor about it. Just go take a pill. See, that's another false way of. Now, if you have health issues, that's a different story. But what I'm talking about is mental disorders, and all kinds of disorders, and all kinds of dysfunctions. And what I'm saying is God is saying, read my word. And also, even with your health, God can heal some of those things. But you have to start kneeling towards Him. You have to start believing in Him. You start worshiping Him. Worshiping Him in truth and in light. The real light of the world, not the false light. Because the beast, he's very cunning, but he's being kind of stupid now, because the beast has gotten so big that he don't even think he has to hide anymore. You know, he's front and center now. He's not even hiding what is going on anymore. I mean, he's totally in control now of the markets, of the nations around the world. He's in control now. He is totally took control of all the nations. And God is above all that, and He sees all this, but He's also allowed the devil to do all this, just like He's allowed other things. But at the same time, He's worthy of worship. He's worthy because He made a provision for you. He made a way out of this system for you. But you have to believe in the system. See, you have to believe in God's system more than you believe in this system, because this system is false. It's falling. It's going to fall away. The reign of this system is coming to an end. And it's coming to an end fast, because the simple fact is, it says that a house divided upon itself cannot stand. And see, this house of the beast system is falling. It's not surviving. It's devoured as much as it's going to devour. I mean, it's going to continue devouring until the very end, but we can tell that it's coming to the end because of the simple fact that it's starting to lose. It's starting to just come out so blatantly that people are starting to realize what is going on, you know. But I don't think people have really realized that it's risen, that it's here, and that people around this world are being sucked up into it, you know. They're saying, you have people going here, you're going there. They're trying to find happiness. They're trying to find peace. They're trying to find their joy, and they're finding them because the devil knows just as well as God knows what your desires are, what your desires of this life is, and he takes advantage of that because he's going to give you that false peace. He's going to give you that false sense of security. He's going to give you a job. He's going to give you kids. He's going to give you a marriage. He's going to give you all these things. And all these things are going to take away your time for devotion to the true God, to the true worship, to the true. You're going to start being devoured because you're being ate. Every time these things come in, you're being chomped on because you have to choose God every time. You have to choose God over your wife. You have to choose God over your kids. You have to choose God over your family. You have to choose God over your friends. And, when you give all your time to those things and none to God, then you're bowing to the beast again. You're bowing to the beast. And destruction is the only way in the beast system. Destruction, loss of faith, unfaithfulness comes from. The fruits are there in both categories. I mean, if you worship this beast system, you fall into unfaithfulness, you fall into idolatry, you fall into adultery, you fall into a cataclysm of catastrophes. Your life will become a catastrophe after catastrophe after catastrophe because the simple fact is it's like stepping on a rock, thinking it's a rock and it's sand, and every time you step on it you just get further, you just lose it again, you just lose another step, and before you know it you're in free fall mode. And a lot of people are in free fall mode. I mean, a lot of people are just offing themselves every day. These kids are offing themselves. I mean, you lose hope. With the beast system, you lose hope. You lose hope in God. You lose hope in life itself. You lose hope that there will be another day. You lose sight of everything. And that is what this beast system is here for. It's to cause young, old, small, great, rich, poor, it don't matter. This beast system doesn't care. This system has been here for a pretty good while, like I've stated in my other podcasts, but at the same time, it has come to its greatest thing. I mean, now it is controlling the masses. It's able to control the masses. It's controlling you on Facebook. It's controlling you on Twitter. It's controlling. And it's also censoring the saints. The saints are not out there to come in contact with at this time. At this time, the word is very low. We just had a good Sunday, and the attendance at churches was pitiful. I mean, you barely had anybody there. But you know what? These churches most of them are Satanist churches. They believe in Easter. They believe in Halloween. They're just a part of the system. They're just a part of the beast system. They're there to make you feel good. They're there to give you a false of feeling good, a false of everything's going to be okay, a falseness of, there will be no troubles in life, false that you're gonna come out of it. Because guess what, people? That's not reality. Reality is you're probably not going to be that happy in life. You're probably not going to be that successful in life. You're probably not going to have all the desires that you want. But that's because you're following after God, and He's not going to spoil you. He's not going to spoil you. But the devil is a spoiler. He will spoil you. He will give you everything. He will spoil you with all kinds of types of things to keep your mind away from the real God, real worship, real bow, real bowing. At this point in time, you have to be aware that if you're being given everything without some kind of diverse, some kind of how do I put it? Struggle. You should be struggling some. Struggle is good, and God wants us to struggle, because the simple fact is, struggling makes us thankful when we do get what we get. Struggling is not bad. It's not a bad thing. But see, people in this world say, oh, the Lord doesn't want you to struggle. But you know what? That's not the case, because even Elijah struggled. He struggled with his mental health. He struggled with faith. He struggled with life in itself. And the man was always humble, and it always brought him back to God. It always made him think of God. And these pastors, they want to talk like God is this. They make it seem like God is so powerful that He can protect you from everything. But the thing is, God is powerful, and He does have power, great power. But at the same time, that power is only given in significant amounts, the amount that you need, not the amount you want, but the amount you need. Needing is in God's plan. Not want. Your wants will be filled, but they're not the main thing. Needs are your main thing, and you can't continue to be mad at God because your life isn't exactly what you wanted. Because guess what? That's what He says. Our lives are not ours; they're His life. And even for non-believers, that are mad at God about things, quit being mad at God, because God told. If you read His Word, He's told us. He created us in the womb. He did all these things, and He says that He has great things for us. But great things are not great things that we want, but great things He wants to do through us. And it's not our selfishness has gotten into the way, and that's what the devil has taken advantage of. That's what this system has taken advantage of. That we do want everything in life. That we don't want to, cut off a little bit of the fat in our life. But you know what? We have to, because the simple fact is, without doing those things, we continue to be caught up in this beast. And this beast will devour you. It will destroy your life. And if you do not, there's only two ways to bow, either to Christ or to the devil. And if you're not bowing to Christ in your life right now, then guess what? You're bowing to this beast system, and this beast system is going to chew you up. It's going to totally devastate you. And then when it's done, all you're going to be is a carcass. While with God, you're not going to be a carcass. You're going to have a new life, a new body, a new mind, a new soul, a new eyes to see. And a lot of that you're already going to have when you accept Christ into your life. But the only thing you're going to be over here is a dead carcass at the end of your life. A dead carcass. And then when you go, you're going to be in hell, and the only thing you're going to be there is a burning carcass, a burning soul, a soul that's without God at all. Because you chose this system. You chose to be system. And you're going to say, well, I didn't know that was the beast system. But you know what? You never looked in the Word to figure it out. You never tried to ask God about it. And you've lived in it for so long that you're going to die in it. I tell you, separate yourself from this evil. Separate yourself from the evils of this world. Separate yourself from the ungodliness that's in this world. Separate yourself from the unfaithful in this world. Separate yourself from the non-hopefuls in this world. You have to be with people that are hopeful. You got to be with people that are faithful. You got to be with people that are worshiping in truth. You got to get away from these false idols, these false worshipers, these false preachers, all this falseness. You have to get away from it. Get back on solid ground. Get on solid ground. Christ is your solid ground. He is the one that can put you on solid ground. You know, you can go over here and keep living with a false heart. A false heart means that you have all these good intentions, but they're not getting done. You need to get back over here, get a real heart, get a real soul, and live in a good way without all these good intentions, because good intentions just lead you further into hell. So at the same time, people, I'm just trying to enlighten you that the beast system is here. You're living in it. Every time you're taking the money, you're taking the time that you're taking for the beast, he is gaining power. He is gaining great power. We are giving him great power. Our faith is growing this beast into a dragon. I mean, he's becoming bigger and bigger every day, and we're going to be in trouble if we don't get it under control in our lives. So I hope that you enjoy these podcasts. I hope that you spread this word, and please come back again, listen again. God bless. Have a great day. And like I said, keep God in your life.